Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. And as you can see from the title below, this video is all about learning Python. So I'm going to create a video series on Python. I'm going to go start with the basics and go probably to the advanced portion of this programming language. So let's get started. So let's first understand, why do we need Python? This programming language is a very important programming language. I am going to use the term programming language more frequently because I'm not good at English. So bear with that. Sorry. Uh, so this programming language is used very often in every kind of field you can look of. In data analysis or model training for the AI, artificial intelligence, or all the tools you are using right now, Google Gemini or Chat GPT or Claude, etc., etc. Every artificial intelligence tool relies on a model that is built using specifically this programming language. First of all, let me tell you about my setup. I'm using a Linux operating system, so there might be some changes regarding the installation of Python here. Python comes built in Linux, most of Linux distributions. I don't need to install it manually, but if you are using Windows, most of you all are, I am just showing you how to install that. It's very easy. Just go to Google, type Python, and click on the downloads. As you can see, this is the latest Python version on the website. Just click on it, download that, and click on the install button when you are prompted on the screen, and you're good to go. After you installed this thing, let's check it if it's working or not. So let's open up terminal. If you are using Windows 11, you have terminal, a program called terminal. Just click on the start button, search for it, and you will have it. But in this version, I'm using in my setup, let's type terminal. So this is my terminal. Let's type Python, enter. So if you have this on your terminal, then it's Python is already set up and working well. Let's test command called print. Now it's working. So let me get straight to the point, which is how to create a script. So Python can be used to work in both ways. One is an interpreted way, which you have just seen right now, and a second one is a scripted way. Scripted means I can provide the instructions one by one, line by line, in a single file, and I save it. And after that, after saving it, I can run it. Then all the instructions will be executed one by one. So I'm going to create just that. So if you are on a system and Python is configured correctly, you just need a text editor. You don't need any fancy editors to first of all work code. So I have a simple text editor in my system called text editor. So let's start text editor. Here is my text editor. Let's type print. This is my first program. And okay, now there is a spelling mistake here. Okay, sorry. Just save the file. Just press Ctrl S. You will have the save option in any operating system. Open up the folder you want to save into. I'm going to go with home. If you are using Windows, this is not what you are going to get. You are going to get a file manager like this, but the folders will be different. So just use your brain. Now type the first program name is hello world.py. The py portion is the most important thing. The py portion tells me that I'm going to save this script as a Python script file. So this is the main thing you need to do when you're creating a Python script. Now I already have a file in this folder with the same name, so I'm going to replace it. Now let's go to the terminal and type Python, which is the interpreter's name, space the file you just created. This is the full name. Enter. Now it's working. So you're good to go. So the second thing what we are going to learn is variables. Variables are a very important thing in any programming language. These things, these little things are nothing but a place inside your system's primary memory. Your system's primary memory is also known as RAM. So when you want to store a data while you're running a program inside a RAM, inside any specific location of a RAM, you need variables. So in Python, it is very easy to create a variable. You just need to type the identifier, which is the name of the variable. It can be anything you desire, but and followed by the value you want to store inside of that variable. So let's see here inside my editor. I'm going to create a variable called name, which will store name. So as you can see, this is a variable identifier. An identifier is used to understand the variable. Obviously, you can't understand a memory address, but you can understand a name. So this is the identifier of the variable which you are going to use throughout the program to make the computer understand what you are referring to. This is the variable, the identifier of the variable. This is an assignment operator which tells the program to store something inside the variable, and this is the value which I'm going to store. This is a string value. How? Because there are double quotes around it. Double quotes are used in Python to refer to strings. Strings are types of data type. String is a data type which stores obviously a bunch of characters. You can also put down numbers also. You can make it alphanumeric. But these are strings. Strings are very flexible way to store data. So we are going to go there later. Now let's type age. This is another variable. This is my age, by the way. No, not this one. This is my age. So, and salad. This is my salary. So that is the reason I'm making this video, to make more money. So these are four variables. These variables store different types of data inside each one of it. It's this is called a string variable. So comments are ignored by the interpreter. So okay, that's that. This is a string variable. This one is an integer variable. Integers are types of data which stores non-fractional numbers. That's it. This one is a float number. It can also be a double number. Float or double are data types that stores fractional numbers. Float stores fractional numbers, smallest fractional numbers, and double stores largest fractional numbers. There are also variations of integer data types which is short and long. These data types are called primitive data types. Why primitive? Because the definition of these data, how to handle these data, are defined inside Python programming language. You don't need to tell the program how to store it otherwise. Now I have created four variables called name, age, salary, and married, and stored four different type of data here. This one is Boolean. Now, if you want to check what type of variable are these, you can do this inside print statement. So inside print statement type is a function type is an inbuilt function in Python that tells a type of variable. So now let me put name, which is this variable, inside type. If I run it, it will show the type of this variable. Let's go for all of these variables. Let's run this thing. Let's save it. Control S. Inside the terminal, Python space hello world, which is the name of the script, .py. So as you can see, all the data types are mentioned here. Good. Uh, Now let's see the values of these variables. Print name, print married. Save it. Okay, these are variables, simple as that. Now let's go to the processing. To process information, we need operators. The first thing I'm going to use is arithmetic operators. Arithmetic means arithmetic, plus, minus, multiplication, and division. So first of all, the variable is number 1. One thing to note, if you are creating a variable, don't use extra empty white spaces like this. Variables does not accept white spaces in their names. You can't also use invalid characters in variable naming, or you cannot start like this. Okay, so follow these rules and you're good to go. So number 1, 25, number 2, 36. These are two numbers to work on. No, let's go with 3. So first thing I'm going to go is with addition. First of all, create a variable called sum equals to number 1 plus is the operator, number 2. What it is going to do is this operator, this plus operator here, is going to add numbers stored inside these variables, then store the outcome inside the sum variable. Subtraction for subtraction, number 1 minus number 2. Subtraction, multiplication, division. There are two types of division in Python, which is one is float division and second one is integer division. To do float division, you do this, single slash, and to do integer division, you do this, double slash. Now let's go with modulus. Modulus is an operator that stores a remainder of any division. If those variables, these values of these variables cannot be divided, it creates a remainder, and if it creates a remainder, it's stored inside this variable. The last one is exponent. You can go with number 1, 2 stars, create exponent. Exponent means I'm telling the program to power the value stored inside this number 1 variable, which is 25, with number 2, the value inside number 2, which is 3. So it will multiply 25 3 times. That is the power. Let's print these things. Print sum. Okay, let's save it, run it. You have the output. Now let's create this mess up. You can screenshot this if you are going to try it on your own. Now I'm going to clear this thing. So the last thing I'm going to go with in this video is taking user input, taking the input from the user while the program is running, which is a very important part of any program. go with name. Okay. Now I'm going to ask the user who is running the program to provide a name. And to do that, we are going to use a function called inbuilt function called input. Input allows you inside the console, which is this one, this is called console, to provide an input while the program is running. And if you press enter, it will take the input, put it inside the program and process that thing. So this function is very important. Inside the bracket, you can provide a prompt, which is enter your name. This is optional. You even have the option to not do anything with it. Now let's go with age. So there is a point. If you just do this, it will work. But if you are going to do anything with the numeric value stored inside this variable here, you cannot do that because input function takes everything as a string. If you provide your name, that is obviously a string, that is no problem. But if you provide a number, which is in this case, it will also process it as string. But I don't want that. I want that thing, this input, to convert into a specific data type when I'm using a number. So for this specific thing, I'm going to convert into an integer variable. So to do that, use the integer constructor, that is this one. Wrap the input function throughout the constructor, which I have did here, and it will work perfectly. Now let's go with the salary. I might have the option to change the salary every time I run the program. So to do that, I'm going to go with float, because the salary has rupees portion and paisa portion, if you know what paisa is here. So input, enter salary. If you don't understand anything, just let me know on the comments. If you still don't understand after I tell you something on the comments, then you don't have a future in programming language. Sorry to say that. So now the last one is married or not, but Boolean value is not necessary. So now I'm done here. Let's print it out. Hello. This is a simple string inside the print statement. I'm going to attach all the values, all the variables inside this string on the print function, like using comma. Hello, name. This is the variable name, space. Like you see, there is an empty space inside the string. That is intentional, because I want, when you are going to see the final output, I need the spaces, because to make it look coherent. So hello name, which is the name I'm going to put while the program is running. Then your age is double quote, comma, age, comma, and your salary is double quote, comma, salary, bracket close. The print statement is done. This is the full thing I just did here. So let's save it. Now run this thing. This is the prompt. This is the name. This is the age. And this is the salary. Please subscribe my channel if you want to see more videos like this. In the next video, I'm going to teach you how to use control flows statements like if, else, and loops. So stay tuned, like this video and share it with anyone. I'm doing it for you. I'm doing this for free for you. So please pay me back with the like. Thank you. I'm not begging.